So I'm doing just a quick check-in because I'm getting ready to leave Ban Lung, which is in the north of Cambodia. I've been here for 5 or 6 days, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm sad to be leaving, and I'm also relieved. So I love nature so much. I love it. I love being outside in nature. I love sitting out here on this porch. What I don't love is when nature comes into my home. I need to have a place to retreat from nature. And I've spent the last 2 years traveling to some really interesting places and experiencing nature in some very powerful ways. And what I've discovered is that I really love nature, but the reason why I and why many people feel so intimidated by nature is because we feel out of control. You cannot control shit about nature, and woe is the man who tries. Woe is the community that actually tries to control nature. What we end up doing is ripping it out. I'm kidding. No, actually, I'm not kidding, because it's great to work like gardeners that can actually train nature or can work with nature and use it to be kind of like an extension, like to bring their ideas, the ideas of design and decoration and usage to nature and make it really functional and beautiful and to be in integrity with nature. That's a real art form that can, of course, totally be done. In a place so like Cambodia or in Bali or in India, where people are not really trying to control nature. They don't try to control nature. They don't try to overcome. They don't try to overpower. They just want to do what they're going to do, right? So at this beautiful place, if you look up there, you'll see the wall. That's on the other side of the wall is the bathroom. But up in the corner, all that shit's open. Why they just didn't seal that shit up? I just don't get it. Seal that shit up and keep 90% of the bugs out. Because there's a spider this big in my bathroom. Boom. You want to go to the toilet? Okay, go ahead, use the toilet. Because the spider wasn't on the toilet. Spider was on the toilet paper. And then it saw me, and that big motherfucker, big spider, was also very fast. Respect it. I can't control that. That makes me nervous, right? So this is why I don't like nature, and this is why cityfied people be like, I'm not going to nature. No, I'm going to stay right here in the concrete where I can control concrete. I know what's going to happen between these four walls with this concrete, So that's one thing that's going on with me right now, just kind of awakening to my own joy around being in nature, and also my own limitations, understanding where I'm limited. Luckily, my friend came and got the spider out of the room for me, out of the bathroom for me, because I couldn't handle it, and he was so easy about it, like, oh no problem. I'll get it. Here, no problem. And I was like shaking. So I've got the geckos in my room, and I can deal with animals much more than I can with bugs. But there were 2 eggs on my wall. So some geckos lay their eggs in dirt, and some geckos lay their eggs wherever the fuck they want. And these lovely geckos that are in my room, one of them, maybe that big one, I'm looking at her right now. She laid her eggs, 2 beautiful, perfectly round eggs, on my wall. And I knew they were eggs. I knew instinctively that they were eggs, but how they were sticking to the wall, I don't know, but I looked it up. And they stick their eggs to the wall. No problem. The thing is, I get up this morning, no, I go to breakfast, I come back and the eggs are gone. So she moved her eggs and knocked the picture off the wall, because they were next to a picture, and knocked the picture not off the wall, but over, moved it over. So soon, there are going to be some baby geckos being birthed in this room. I love that shit. However, my God, all that happening up in the house, out in the open. This is why city-fied people don't want to come to the country. All right, I think that's kind of all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to do a check-in and let you know where I stand with all this nature happening around me. This beautiful place. They're building stuff. If you can hear the buzzsaw happening. But I am in a bungalow, and the floor, and this is another thing. The floor outside here is all slatted, right? So you can see the ground down beneath between the slats, right? I hope you can see that. I'm sure you can see that. The thing is, they did the same thing. They did the same thing in the bedroom. It's not as wide. The slats are not as wide, but there is this much space in between each of the floorboards. So I'm in there looking down at all the spiders and all the little buggies happening down below. I just think we gotta make some different choices when we're designing our shit. That's all. All right, signing off. Bye for now. I'm going to the lake.